Mexican food is way more than just tacos and burritos. From smoky street food to rich, slow-cooked dishes packed with history, these 8 famous Mexican meals each bring completely different flavors, textures, and traditions to the table. 1. Tacos, Mexico's most famous street food. Tacos are probably the first thing most people think about when they hear Mexican food. They are one of the oldest and most popular street foods in Mexico and can be found almost everywhere, from small food carts on busy streets to restaurants across the world. A taco is usually made by placing different fillings inside a tortilla, which can be soft or crispy depending on the style. Traditional Mexican tacos mostly use soft corn tortillas because corn has been an important part of Mexican cooking for thousands of years. The fillings can be almost anything, including beef, chicken, pork, fish, shrimp, beans, cheese, or grilled vegetables. One reason tacos became so famous is because they are simple but full of flavor. Fresh onions, chopped cilantro, spicy salsa, and a squeeze of lime give tacos a bright and fresh taste. Every bite feels juicy, savory, spicy, and slightly smoky at the same time. Different regions of Mexico also have their own taco styles. Carne asada tacos use grilled beef, while al pastor tacos are made with marinated pork cooked on a vertical spit. Birria tacos are filled with slow-cooked meat and dipped into rich broth, while fish tacos are especially popular near coastal areas. People love tacos because they are cheap, quick to make, and easy to customize. You can eat just one as a snack or several for a full meal. They are also deeply connected to Mexican culture because families and friends often gather around taco stands late at night to share food and conversation. Even though hard-shell tacos are common in some countries, traditional Mexican tacos are usually soft and flexible, making them easier to fold and eat. That simple tortilla wrapped around flavorful fillings is what makes tacos one of the most loved foods in the world. 2. Burritos, the giant flavor wrap. Burritos are another famous Mexican dish, although they are especially popular in northern Mexico and the United States. A burrito is made by wrapping a large flour tortilla around fillings like rice, beans, meat, cheese, salsa, and guacamole. Once wrapped tightly, it becomes a portable meal that can be eaten almost anywhere. The flour tortilla is important because it is softer and larger than a corn tortilla, making it easier to hold all the ingredients together. The taste of a burrito is rich, warm, and comforting. Rice and beans make it filling, while melted cheese and sauces add creaminess and flavor. Meat like grilled chicken or seasoned beef gives it a savory taste. And fresh salsa or guacamole balances everything with freshness. Some burritos are simple, while others are packed with many layers of ingredients. Every bite usually contains a mix of textures and flavors all at once. One interesting thing about burritos is that traditional Mexican burritos are often much smaller than the giant versions found in many American restaurants. In Mexico, burritos can sometimes be very simple, containing only meat and beans. In the United States, they became much larger and heavier, almost like a complete meal wrapped inside a tortilla. People love burritos because they are satisfying, customizable, and easy to carry around. The name burrito actually means little donkey in Spanish, though nobody knows the exact reason why the dish got that name. 3. Enchiladas, tortillas covered in sauce. Enchiladas are one of the most comforting dishes in Mexican cuisine. They are made by rolling tortillas around fillings such as chicken, beef, or cheese, then covering them with a flavorful chili sauce. The tortillas are usually made from corn, which becomes soft after soaking up the sauce. Cheese, cream, onions, and herbs are often added on top to give extra flavor and texture. The sauce is what makes enchiladas special. Red enchilada sauce is usually smoky and rich, while green sauce has a fresher and tangier flavor made from green chilies or tomatillos. Enchiladas verdes use green sauce, while enchiladas rojas use red sauce. Some versions are filled only with melted cheese, creating a simple but delicious meal. The taste is warm, saucy, slightly spicy, and deeply satisfying. People love enchiladas because the sauce completely changes the tortillas, turning them soft and flavorful. Every bite feels rich and comforting, especially when eaten hot. Enchiladas have been part of Mexican cooking for hundreds of years and even date back to ancient Mayan times, when tortillas were often dipped into chili sauces. Today, they remain one of the most popular homemade meals in Mexican families. 4. Tamales, Mexico's ancient comfort food. Are one of the oldest traditional foods in Mexico and have been eaten for thousands of years. They are made from masa, which is a soft corn dough filled with meat, cheese, or chili sauce, then wrapped inside corn husks and steamed until fully cooked. Once ready, the husk is removed before eating, leaving behind a soft and warm tamale inside. Tamales have a rich and comforting taste. The masa is slightly sweet and soft, while the fillings add savory and spicy flavors. Chicken and pork are very common fillings, especially when mixed with red or green chili sauce. Some sweet tamales are also made with fruits or cinnamon. Because they are steamed slowly, tamales have a very soft texture that almost melts in your mouth. Tamales are more than just food in Mexico because they are strongly connected to family traditions and celebrations. They are commonly made during holidays, birthdays, and special gatherings. Preparing tamales can take a long time, so families often work together in a group activity called a tamalada, where everyone helps prepare the dough, fillings, and wrapping. People love tamales because they feel homemade, warm, and deeply connected to tradition and comfort. 5. Quesadillas, the ultimate cheese dish. Taquillas are one of the simplest but most satisfying foods in Mexican cuisine. They are made by folding a tortilla around melted cheese and then cooking it on a hot pan or grill until the outside becomes warm and slightly crispy. While cheese is the main ingredient, many quesadillas also include fillings like chicken, beef, mushrooms, peppers, or beans. They can be eaten as a snack, lunch, or full dinner, depending on the size and ingredients used. The tortilla plays a big role in the taste and texture of a quesadilla. Some regions in Mexico use corn tortillas, while others prefer flour tortillas because they become softer and crispier when toasted. Inside, the melted cheese creates a rich and creamy texture that mixes perfectly with savory fillings. Every bite feels warm, buttery, cheesy, and comforting. Fresh salsa, sour cream, or guacamole are often served on the side to add freshness and spice. One interesting thing about quesadillas is that in some parts of Mexico, especially Mexico City, ordering a quesadilla does not always mean it automatically comes with cheese. Sometimes you actually need to ask for cheese separately, which surprises many tourists. People love quesadillas because they are quick to make, affordable, and easy to customize with different ingredients. Even though the recipe is simple, the combination of crispy tortilla and melted cheese is something people never really get tired of eating. 6. Pozole, the traditional Mexican soup. Pozole is one of the most important traditional soups in Mexican cuisine. It is a thick and hearty soup made with hominy, which is a special type of dried corn, along with pork or chicken and a rich chili-based broth. Pozole has been part of Mexican history for centuries and is often served during celebrations, holidays, and family gatherings because it is meant to be shared with large groups of people. The soup has a deep and comforting flavor that becomes even richer after cooking slowly for many hours. The broth can be red, green, or white depending on the region and ingredients used. Red pozole gets its color and smoky flavor from dried red chilies, while green pozole uses green chilies and herbs for a fresher taste. White pozole is simpler and focuses more on the flavor of the meat and corn itself. Fresh toppings like shredded lettuce, radishes, onions, lime, and oregano are usually added right before eating, giving the soup extra crunch and freshness. People love pozole because it feels warm, filling, and comforting, especially during cold weather or special events. Every bowl contains a mix of tender meat, soft hominy, spicy broth, and fresh toppings that create many layers of flavor and texture. Pozole also has deep historical roots connected to the Aztec civilization, making it more than just a meal. For many Mexican families, eating pozole is tied to tradition, celebration, and spending time together around the table. 7. Chiles rellenos, stuffed peppers with big flavor. Chiles rellenos are one of the most flavorful and unique dishes in Mexican cooking. The name means stuffed peppers in Spanish, and the dish is usually made using large poblano peppers filled with cheese or seasoned meat. After being stuffed, the peppers are coated in fluffy egg batter and fried until golden brown. They are often served with tomato sauce poured over the top, which adds extra richness and flavor. Poblano peppers are commonly used because they have a mild heat level and a slightly smoky taste. Once roasted, the peppers become soft and tender while keeping their rich flavor. Inside, the melted cheese or savory meat filling creates a creamy and satisfying texture. The crispy fried coating on the outside adds another layer of texture, making every bite soft, cheesy, smoky, and slightly spicy all at once. People enjoy chiles rellenos because the dish feels comforting and homemade while still being full of bold flavor. It is often served with rice and beans, turning it into a complete meal. Even people who normally avoid spicy foods can usually enjoy chiles rellenos because poblano peppers are much milder than many other Mexican chilies. The balance between smoky peppers, creamy filling, and rich sauce is what makes this dish stand out in Mexican cuisine. 8. Mole, Mexico's most complex sauce. Mole is considered one of the most famous and complex sauces in Mexican cuisine. It is not just one recipe, but a whole family of sauces made using many different ingredients blended together. Mole often includes dried chilies, spices, nuts, seeds, herbs, and sometimes chocolate. Some recipes contain more than 20 ingredients and can take hours to prepare properly. The most famous version is mole poblano, which comes from the city of Puebla. The flavor of mole is very different from most sauces because it combines sweet, spicy, smoky, bitter, and savory tastes all at once. Even though chocolate is sometimes included, mole is not supposed to taste like dessert. Instead, the chocolate adds richness and depth that balances the spices and chilies. The sauce is usually served over chicken or turkey and eaten with rice or tortillas.